Short answer, yes, this is an objectively viable way to play TF2. When it comes to TF2, you may be a true keyboard warrior, a controller specialist, or motion control enthusiast. But no matter what you are, you still play the game the same way: run, shoot, and capture, or run, shoot, and defend. But what if you took the simplest controls and flipped it upside down? Yes, in this video, I will be going over some of the controllers I purchased to play video games, specifically TF2, and my experiences and how things changed from using a basic keyboard and mouse to controllers you may not even thought of before. Let's start off by going over a couple things. My TF2 experience started in 2016 on a laptop during Prime Jungle Inferno, but it's now been about over 9 years, and I've racked up just over 1,000 hours, which is about 117.37 hours per year, so not too many. And my KD ratios have primarily leaned towards more death than kills, but nevertheless, I will say there has been improvements over time, and that's not because the controllers, the PC, or Wi-Fi, or blah blah blah. Anyways, let's start off the series with the controllers I've been using over the past week. The XP Pin Star G640, and the Seiyo device CM51. Now, growing up, I always had shaky hands, so even with a mouse, I found it a bit difficult to hit things like headshots or even shots at medium or short distance on low sensitivity. But now, instead of the messiness of a mouse, I have the unsteadiness of a pure hand-to-hand strength. This means the only thing that can stop me from hitting shots is how bad my trimmers can get.
Ladies and gentlemen!
But that is actually the funny thing. The more and more I got used to using the pin on a regular, I found it was extremely easier to hit people in game. I mapped the pin's two buttons to the previous weapon and the right click respectively, meaning my hand was in a completely studious position with the two buttons resting on my fingers and clicking the pad obviously registered as the left click. Now, in this program for the tablet, I had to activate mouse mode, as this is essentially what allows you to play FPS games, and TF2 is no different. Without using this setting, you simply spin in place. And then the second controller, the Seiyo device CM51, made originally for OSU, shown by the packaging and the opening animation, which I replaced, I mapped the majority of the buttons to movement and simple things like the dial being binded to E to call medic, escape key to open up the menu, V for voice chat, switching out loadouts and classes. All in while it is something to get used to, it has massively improved my proficiency in the game. Now, it's time for the heavy-hitting questions. Will this make you better at subclasses and classes like Demo Knight, Trolldier, and Sniper? And the answer is absolutely not. Well, at least not for me. And I mean, more power to you if you're able to become a master at Trolldier because of the pin and optimized keypad layout. But for me, I can barely make it past Easy Walls and Jump Academy. One thing though, melee is incredibly easy. If you're someone like me who keeps your mouse sensitivity through the roof in TF2, then you know that even at max settings, it can sometimes feel sluggish if your mouse has no built-in sensitivity features. So when putting the pin to max sensitivity, you get crazy range. This is extremely helpful for close quarter combat classes like Scout and Demo Knight. I found it to be extremely easier to hit max crit blows on enemies after ramming into them as Demo Knight, due to the extreme quick sensitivity and reaction timing. And as Scout, I found myself hitting Force of Nature shots a lot more easier. Anyways, as was stated in the opening, this, in my opinion, is an extremely viable alternative method to playing TF2. Check in next time, where I will find out if a $90 fighting game controller can be just as good as keyboard and mouse on TF2. And that's another video written off. Hi there, if you're watching this, then you're probably going to look for something similar on my channel beforehand. And sorry to tell you, but there's nothing really there. I mean, there are a couple live streams of me playing TF2, but none of them really feature me playing with pen and mouse. So if you want to see more content like this, definitely hit the subscribe button and the like button, just so I know it's going to be engaging content that people actually want to, engage with. Anyways, that's it for me. Have a good day.